Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon. My name is Lochichi, and welcome back to the RuneScape Pure series. On today's episode, we're going to do things a little differently than I typically do. I'm going to show you guys how to be making money on OSRS. I know that with everyone still being at home with the pandemic and everything still going on, I know you guys are still interested in probably making some money. I know that on this series, I do quite the opposite. I kind of throw money at my problems, you know, with construction, magic, range, and stuff like that. I don't typically go the cheaper routes of training my skills. So I think in this episode, I'm going to really focus on how to make money for you guys. And I think I'm going to do it in different tiers. I think I'll probably do like a tier 1, maybe tier 2, and tier 3. Tier 1 being little to no requirements. Maybe doing a tier 2 where I'll be doing, well, you'll need a little bit of experience, maybe some skill requirements, and maybe some questing. And then tier 3 will be the higher ones where you'll need a good amount of maybe skills, maybe some questing done. For the specific moneymaker, but I'm super excited. I know that for myself, I've taken kind of a break from RuneScape. I took about a week off just to kind of really not focus and just kind of relax for myself. You know, your boy got to sleep sometimes. But I'm super excited to kind of show you guys. I know that a lot of you guys reached out to me recently saying that you just joined back to OSRS and you're interested in making a pure account like mine. Guys, I'm super grateful every single one of you guys who've reached out and just said something nice, or just will say like, hey, I appreciate the videos. It's been a lot of great help that you've offered me. I really do appreciate all the help, because it really helps me want to do this for you guys. You know, really wants me to push to make these videos and this content really for all you guys. So super excited to do that. Super excited for this video right now. So hopefully you guys can make some money as much as I've already made money. So let's get into this. Starting off our moneymaker, we are going into our tier 1, which is Fletching. Now, yes, this is a good, decent moneymaker, as you're not going to be making crazy profits, but you are going to be making some. And this is a skill and moneymaker that you're going to be making in a good amount of experience an hour. This is one of the few skills you can profit while skilling. Again, it's not too crazy. Your profit margins really are going to be varying between, you know, maybe 80 to 120k an hour, depending on what you're fletching. But at the early levels, it's not too bad of XP/GP an hour. This method's really geared towards those who have just entered the game again for quite a bit and you're really not sure how to make money. This is a really easy way to start making some money early on, as well as something you can make passively as you keep playing the game. So really cool, interesting moneymaker I found, and I'll show some highlights on GE on how much you can really anticipate making per one. Now, visually, to show you the profits you'll be making for each one that you'll be making, for example, let's just say you did maple logs. The cost of a maple log is only 8 GP. That's quite low. You can buy quite a lot in the GE as well. Turn those into maple shortbow U's, and 63 GP per maple shortbow. So that's crazy. That's just about 55 GP every single time you fletch. If you look at the prices for U logs, price of a current U log is hovering just about 220 GP per one. And then if we look at the price of a, I think it's a U longbow. Yeah, U longbow. Yeah, 315. So as you get higher fletching levels, you'll be able to make more money an hour for sure. Moving on to the second moneymaker method. This is also still part of our tier 1 as low requirements. The only items you're going to need is Monk's Robe, Holy Symbol, and a Guthix Cloak. These give pretty high prayer bonus. As you can see here, I'm getting a plus 22 prayer bonus. Pretty good item to use. What we're going to be doing is collecting red spider eggs within the Forthos runes. The only items you're going to need is a house teleport and possibly a stamina potion. I don't know just yet. But to get the Forthos runes, it's a pretty easy teleport. If you have a house teleport or a ornate jewelry box, you have access to use the woodcutting guild. If not, you can go to world 330 and access that as well. All you're going to be doing to go to the Forthos ruins is going teleporting yourself to the woodcutting guild and running north. From there, you should be fairly close to the Forthos ruins. You'll see here in a second. And yeah, all we're going to be doing is pretty much protecting melee the entire time, collecting red spider eggs, hopping maybe 1 to 2 worlds, and banking that, and we'll see how much money we can make from this. I actually found this is a pretty interesting money maker. While I was filming my episode 6 where I burst within the temple spiders, I did see quite a bit of, I want to say bots. I mean, I'm not, and a few Iron Men. I did see a few Iron Men doing this. But this is a pretty interesting moneymaker because red spider eggs are such at a high demand right now, and the prices of them are pretty expensive, hovering almost at 900 GP a piece. That's almost 1K just to pick up these. So you're picking up almost 1,000 coins every single time. So there's quite a number of red spider eggs that spawn within the temple. You're pretty much going to pick up these red spider eggs. There should be, I forget how many there is. I want to say, let's see, I'm at 11, 12, 13, about 13 spider eggs. No, hold on. There's about 11. So there's about 11 spider eggs. So we should need to hop just about maybe 2 to 3 worlds. Or should I say 2 to 3 times. They spawn pretty quick. So if you can hover between 2 worlds going back and forth, it's a pretty simple, easy method. It's pretty straightforward. You just go into the worlds, climb down the ladder just to be able to log out, switch your world, pick up the red spider eggs, and rinse and repeat. It is a pretty straightforward method, and again, because the prices of these red spider eggs are at an all-time high, this is a very, very good moneymaker, especially in May of 2020. It's a crazy good method. They're just available right here. You pretty much go, and I'm trying to do this as fast as possible, so really you know, I'll show you guys what to really expect in doing this method, but it's pretty straightforward. You collect the red spider eggs. I should just need to hop one more time and I should be good. Let's get ready to hop worlds. Again, easy way to just kind of be able to teleport, go up the ladder. You're not going to take any hits from any of the spiders. Hop worlds. Hold on, see. Yep, hopping worlds right now. I think I just need to collect 3 or 4 more. Let me see how many. Make sure you're protect from melee on this entire time. You won't need any poison, anti-poison. These spiders don't poison you, so all you need to do is protect from melee. If you do have a rejuvenation pool, that's going to be ideal. Pick up the red spider eggs and teleport home. Now, since I have a ornate pool available to me, I'm going to be able to restore all my stats. And then a quick teleport. I like to go to Castle Wars. It's pretty close by. Go to Castle Wars. Deposit all the red spider eggs you just received. You're not going to need a stamina potion now, I realize. You won't need it at all, as I pretty well without it. Again, go over to the teleport yourself over to the woodcutting guild, and rinse and repeat. We'll do this for about 10 minutes to see how many red spider eggs I can get within that time period, and I'll show you guys how much I collected within that time. And there goes the timer. That is exactly 10 minutes doing this method. Let's see how much we made overall in profits. I'm pretty excited. Again, the requirements for this is just 43 prayer. So the fact that I think I'm going to make quite a bit is pretty cool. Alright, going to the bank. Red spider eggs. Let's grab those 90 out of the bank. And this is what you can anticipate by doing this method for just 10 minutes. Let's see how much we get. Alright, price check the red spider eggs. Let's see. How much are we gonna get? Wow, 79k. Wow, I mean, it was expected because they were about 1k. You know, as you can see, 883 GP per one. 80k for just 10 minutes. So within 1 hour, let's do some quick math here. 80,000 multiplied by 6, as in 60 minutes. You can honestly expect 480k profit off of this. Now, for this method, I did have access to a rejuvenation pool. I did have access to a woodcutting guild within my POH. If you don't have this available to you, don't worry. As long as you have a house teleport that will take you to Remington, go to World 330, use someone else's house, and you can use those. Now, I used about 10 teleports, I mean, within this time frame. So only 6,200 GP out of that 80k profit. So really, you can expect just under, it's still about 450k profit just in this method alone, which is insane. Which the only requirements you need is 43 prayer to protect from melee. So the fact that 43 prayer is only needed, it's pretty AFK. You just run around, go bank the stuff, and then rinse and repeat. It's a really straightforward, honest moneymaker. So really excited to show this one off to you guys. Going into another tier 1 moneymaker, we will be picking Fungus within the Mort Myre swamp. This is a very straightforward, easy method to make money, and I can't stress how simple this is. There is a bit of quest requirements, being Ghost Ahoy, Priest in Peril, and Nature Spirit, but those are the only things you'll need to do to start this moneymaker. Now, if you still want to stay at 1 defense peer, you don't need to complete the entire quest. I know a lot of you guys are thinking yourselves like, oh, you know, is that a quest that we're allowed to complete as a peer? No, do not complete the quest as a peer. Complete only half of it up until you get the Silver Sickle B, and you're able to do this method. So as a 1 defense peer, you still can't complete this quest. Now, it's very simple, easy method. The quest, or the moneymaker, should I say, is very simple. All the Silver Sickle B does is it drains a little bit of prayer to cast these bloom spells within these logs. Once the bloom spell is casted, it'll drain a little bit of prayer, and you're able to pick these fungus. It's not guaranteed. You can get maybe 1 to 2 at a time every single time you cast a bloom spell. So getting next to a log that has maybe 2 to 3 next to it while casting the spell is ideal. Unfortunately, I was trying to find the best spot to really do this at, and I found it right at the beginning of the gate was pretty much the best method to do this at, but it was pretty profitable. Again, super low requirements. All you need is a little bit of prayer points, and having a POH that has a rejuvenation pool is super ideal. You don't even have to have one of yourself. You can actually just, I was actually, surprisingly enough, I was in World 330, so it wasn't even that crowded. So go to World 330, try this method out for yourself, use someone else's POH, use someone else's pool, and you're able to do this method. All right, is that not even perfect to 10 minutes? That was an exact 10-minute run for the Mort Myre's fungus method for money making. I'm kind of excited to see how much I made. I'll show you the cost of how much it costs for the just for the teleports, but the teleports, I mean, they are a little costly, coming about 2,200 a piece, but let's just see how much we made in just 10 minutes. In just 10 minutes, guys, we made, oh, wow. In 10 minutes, I managed to make 81.6K. 81K in just 10 minutes. Let's do a bit of math here. 81.2K, let's see, hold on. 480, almost 490K for this method. So again, the only 3 requirements for quest wise to be able to do this method is the Restless Ghost, Priest in Peril, and only half of Nature Spirit. Again, for those who still want to keep your 1 defense build, only do part until you get the Silver Sickle as mentioned right here. So once you're able to get this, stop doing the quest, don't even complete it anymore, don't even do the rest of it. All you need to do is get the Silver Sickle and you can automatically do this method. Super simple, super easy. 490K. I know that this is, to me, this actually pretty much surprised me. I wasn't too sure now that you can make this much profit, but it's quite insane. Now, to look at the cost, let's go to the GE really quick and I'll show you guys how much it costs. Now, the only thing that's going to affect this method is probably the teleports. You could do this a cheaper method by going and using your house teleport and going to World 330 and using someone else's POH, teleporting yourself to Kirill, walking over to the Mort Myre swamp and doing this method. Or you can just go to the GE, type in salve, and you can purchase Salve Graveyard Teleports, which will literally take you right outside the Mort Myre swamp. Now, the downside is that this is going to cost you 2,200, but it is going to increase your hourly rate of fungus by quite a lot. So highly recommend for some of you guys who don't have that many high level skills or just interested in just making early money and you really don't know how as a member, this is a great method to utilize starting off with in RuneScape. Now going into our 4th moneymaker, we will be killing Elder Chaos Druids. This is pretty much the inventory setup you really need. Probably a blowpipe, some decent range gear. You can probably substitute this with a Karos crossbow, whatever you feel see fit, but it's pretty low inventory. You're really going to need maybe a few restores, range pots, sharks, home telly, and a burning necklace. All you're going to need to do is take the burning necklace all the way to 13 wild to reach the Elder Chaos Druids. Now, this is a great moneymaker for those who are interested in doing two things: training up your skills and getting a little bit of money per hour. Now you can go a little bit more welfare. I know I am bringing the blowpipe and I'm spending quite a bit of money in just the scales themselves, but you can bring an MSB, you can bring a rune crossbow. It's really up to you and how you want to kill these things. The cool thing about this is that not only do you get a good amount of money and herb drops as they drop like Raynars and stuff like that, you also get a chance of getting pieces of the Elder Chaos robes as well. So you can get the top, the hood, or the skirt, and depending on which one you get, you can get a good amount of GP per hour if you kill them and get lucky on the drops. This is something I did back in the day when I was training my old Zerker account, even my main account when I was trying to learn how to make money. This is something that I did for quite a bit. I know PKers do swing by every so often, but if you kind of you know, making sure that you're paying attention to your surroundings, you really shouldn't get PK too often, as long as you're pretty quick with the teleports. That's why I have the home teleports right there. And the cool thing is that you don't have to spend any money on prayer. You can have your best prayer on the entire time and kill these things. And also, as you can see here, I also get a looting bag, so I can actually put all of the loot that I get inside the looting bag and teleport home once I get a good amount, and then keep rinse and repeat, keep doing the same thing. So you spend no money on restores, you spend no money on prayer potions, and you can make quite a bit of money. Again, depending on which method you use as far as the weapon of choice, you can make a good amount of money here. And range isn't your only option. You can bring melee, you can bring a dragon scimitar, you can bring really anything depending on how you want to kill these things. It's not really just limited just to range, but do keep in mind, don't risk too many things. Even though I can put I can bring 4 items and protect 1 with my protect from item, I just try limit to 3 just in case I happen to forget. I go AFK, I DC, you never know. So always keep it at the minimum of 3. I'm going to do a test for just about 10 minutes to see how much I can make within the 10-minute period, and then after that I'm going to show you guys the loot, how much I make, and then kind of give you an estimate how much you could be making an hour. Timer is going off. That will conclude my 10 minutes of doing this method. Let's see how much I made. I didn't get any, unfortunately I didn't get any Elder Chaos drops, but I did get a couple of Raynars. So let's see what the overall profits were off of this method. Not bad. 35k in just about 10 minutes. Again, that's 10 minutes. In a 60 minutes or an hour period, you can probably anticipate to make around maybe 180k, which is actually really insane, as that's only the price just in herbs that you'll be getting from this specific moneymaker. So you add 180k in profit and just from just the herbs, and then you have a chance of getting that really nice drop of the Elder Chaos pieces. And let's see, I think I have some in my bank I can show you to see how much they cost for each one. There we go. I was able to grab the Elder Chaos robes from my bank. And let's see a quick price check on these items. If you were to get the hood, that's 493k profit right there, and just the top 556k, and for the skirt 242k, for a total, if you can happen to get all 3 pieces, 1.3 mil. So as you guys can see, 180k base profit on just the herbs, and if you guys can get lucky with one of these drops, your profits an hour will be substantially increased, maybe by 100k, 200k an hour. So again, it's really how often you want to do this method, but it's really great. You get to keep prayer on the entire time, train your stats, train your melee, range, whatever you want to do, and make money while you do it. You know, it's a pretty cool method. I know it is in the wilderness, but you know, there has to be a little bit of risk in order to get that really great reward. So I do recommend doing this method for a good money maker. Now diving into another tier 3 moneymaker, we are going to be doing brutal red dragons. Now this is something that I've done passively on this account quite a lot whenever I get some time or I'm editing videos and stuff like that. It's super AFK, and I'll show you guys really quick here how to do that. I bring very low supplies, as it's not really necessary, 4 restores, a divine ranging potion, and extended anti-fire. And of course, when killing dragons, you're going to need that anti-fire shield as well. Now I am going to world 330. This method is really easy. I'm bringing my max range that I can bring from my account. Again, whatever's suitable with you. If you I do recommend bringing a little bit higher prayer bonus, as you will be putting on your prayer the entire time. Maybe save a little bit on the restores, but this is what I'll be bringing on for my setup. I typically will go to world 330, and since every house is free to use their stuff, I go to their portal and I teleport myself to the Karen castle. Once you get to the Karen castle, you're going to go down, you're going to investigate the statue, and then once you are down within the Karen castle, you're going to go west. And then following that is you're going to be going north and then a little bit more west. So at this point, I'm taking a sip of my divine ranging potion. I'm getting ready to kill the dragons. Take a sip of my extended anti-fire. And please do not forget, for this method, you will need to be praying magic for this. The dragons still can hit quite a bit if you don't have your protect from magic on. So having that is pretty critical. So even with the shield and even with the extended anti-fire, you're still going to want your protect from magic on, and you're not going to be taking any damage here. All you're pretty much going to be doing is killing these dragons, and that's pretty much it. They drop 2 red D hides, they drop dragon bones, and then they also have a pretty decent drop table. They can drop a different amount of dragon items, dragon dart tips. They can drop dragon long swords, and a few other notable items that you can either alch in the later or just like kind of stockpile and sell back to the GE. So it's a pretty good boss to kill. Now, guys, I'm aware I do have a twisted bow, but again, I'm doing this method for you guys, and not everybody has access to a twisted bow. So I was bringing pretty much gear similar to what you would bring. I'm bringing the rune crossbow for this method, as well as diamond bolts E to be able to hit a little more accurately on these dragons. So again, I'm gonna test this method out for just 10 minutes, see how much I can, how many kills and how many dragons I can slay within that time, and then hopefully see how much money you can make for just an hour. Also, a few things I forgot to mention previously, because this is a tier 2 money maker. You're going to need a couple quest requirements for this. The only thing you're going to need to do is at least start Dragon Slayer. For some of you guys who have at least 32 quest points, you can start Dragon Slayer 1, and that'll give you access to either the extended anti-fire potions or the anti-fire shield, which is critical for killing these dragons. Without it, you're going to take a lot of damage from this, and the moneymaker method will not be available to you. Additionally, you're going to want probably a decent range level. I recommend at least 75-80 range before going here, as the defense on these dragons are really high, and it's pretty easy to just kind of like not do any damage to them. So I highly recommend to get a little decent range level. And then lastly, you're going to need at least 37 magic to protect mage against these dragons as well. So as long as you have those requirements, you can go ahead and start this method that's super AFK. You really have to pay no attention to killing these dragons, and it's a pretty chill method overall. So similar to the other methods, I'm going to kill these dragons for about 10 more minutes and see how much dragons I can kill and how much profit I can make within that 10-minute period. And that will conclude 10 minutes of doing brutal red dragons. It was actually pretty good, 4 restores just for this one trip, so it's not too bad. To go in a little detail, the reason why I like this spot, it's pretty simple. There's actually a prayer altar pretty close nearby, so every single trip I pretty much just go to that. And then after that, there's actually a bank located south as well. So if you look a little closer here, you go over here to restore your prayer, and then if you go a little bit southwest, the bank is located near there. So it's a pretty simple. You go down, left, bank, and come back. So I really much enjoy this method specifically, as it's pretty simple. Overall haul for this trip, 105k. Now if you minus the 4 restores and other stuff I used, I'd say you can really honestly expect about probably a little bit over 60, probably 70k profits, closer to 65k every 10 minutes. So if you do the quick math right now, 65k in every 10 minutes, multiplied that by an hour, you're really making about 390k. So that's pretty damn good. 690k for all that is quite substantial, especially for this method, and it can fluctuate whether you get the dragon drops or the med helm drops, dragon swords and stuff like that. It's a pretty good monster to kill, as there's no requirements other than needing obviously the 32 quest points for the anti fire. No actual like specific quests that you need, and just at least 37 prayer to be able to protect from magic, and that's pretty much it. And that will just about wrap up my money making guide, 1 through 5 easy ways to make money in OSRS. I've been super excited to film this video. Hopefully you guys can use these tips and tricks for yourselves. Maybe you found some easier methods to do some of the things I did. I know I went kind of involved, and I know that it's a little bit cheating, I'm not gonna lie, with my level 83 construction having access to rejuvenation pools. It did make a little bit of these methods a little bit easier for me, so hopefully it won't be too crazy for you guys. Hopefully, again, there is still world 330. World 330 is a home world to house parties. As long as you have a house within Remington, you can go to world 330 and use anyone's POH who has preferably level 99 construction. You can use any of their houses and use the teleports that I used, or use their rejuvenation pool, whatever the case is. That'll help you guys for each of these methods. I know some of them required kind of banking quite a bit, and that pool became very helpful. We're restoring stats, stamina, and prayer and health. So maybe use that as a method if you don't exactly have 83 construction. There is workarounds for a lot of this stuff, and hopefully I went over in depth on how to really do those guides and methods. Been super excited to really do this. Hopefully some of these methods help you guys out. Hopefully you guys make some money off of them, and let me know, do you guys have any do you guys have any unique money makers of your own? Maybe I can showcase on the channel and give you guys a quick shout out for the methods as well, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It's been a great blast to do it. We'll do the next episode will be a standard progress video to see what I've been working on the side while I've been editing these clips and stuff like that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.